What's up guys? Welcome back to Investing PH. Another month has passed, so you know what that means. It's another portfolio reveal day. So like every month, during this COVID pandemic season, it was again another roller coaster ride for us investors. But since I'm in it for the long run, this doesn't much affect me whatsoever. The only thing I see when the market is going up or down are the buying opportunities given by it. But enough talk, let's get into what this video is about. So let's start. So once again, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and if you still aren't subscribed yet, might as well hit the subscribe button as well. My channel is all about finance and investing in the stock market. Be a part of my journey towards financial freedom. Now if you are new to my channel, I do this portfolio reveal every month to let you guys see what happens in the monthly life of an investor. So if you want to see how I started investing, do watch my other videos as well. Link in the description below. Now this month was quite quiet at first. The PSEI was trading at the 7,200 to 7,500 level. Then another variant of the COVID-19 has rattled again the market. So the index from the 7,400 level dropped down below the 7,000 region again. Well, as always, investors tend to overreact after hearing bad news. But like what I've said a while ago, this for me are buying opportunities, since even if the market drops, I'm sure my companies would hold on and stay strong since these are strong companies with good financials, and I plan to hold them for a long period of time. And it's really funny, every time I do an update of my stock portfolio, the market drops. If you see my thumbnails where I put my current portfolio value during the time of upload, you will notice it always dropped during my portfolio reveal day. So the question comes to mind, do stocks usually drop every end of the month? I'll observe further because this might be more buying opportunities for me. Anyway, moving on. Right now, my total invested money is 1,050,100. Again, I've never withdrawn anything from my account, and I plan to continue it until the day I reach financial freedom. Oh, not financial freedom, since what I want to achieve is financial abundance, wherein I can live free without working while being able to travel and buy the things I want and still grow my portfolio further. And this with the dividends I get, so I won't touch any of my capital. Anyway, right now my portfolio has a return of 13.73%. This is with dividends included. Again, this is different than what is shown here, since this is the total capital gains compared to my total invested money with the dividends, and my computation is total invested money compared to capital gains and the dividends. Because dividends are also gains, I really hope one day their portfolio tracker would improve like other brokerage in other countries that even shows graphs, which is a great way to attract more people to invest. Because if you look at this, it doesn't look attractive. It looks overwhelming to beginners. You can only appreciate it if you know about stocks and all the numbers in it. But for beginners, it isn't. For me, that is also a great way to attract more investors with an attractive brokerage app that shows you graphs and even some other portfolio tracker. Some brokerage there even computes your total compounded returns. This is really helpful for long-term investors to track their investments well, because that way, it's easily understood and investing somewhat becomes like you're in a game. If some of you have tried expense tracker apps, which shows you graphs of all your monthly or annual expenses, at which I feel like I'm connected digitally to all the things I do, and I can really see all my expenses at a single glance, just like in games, where you see those numbers above you, your money and all. Anyway, open world gamers can connect to this. So hopefully brokers here in our country would try to improve this part, because really, all of this would sometimes be overwhelming to new investors. But still, kudos to Phil Stocks for their app, which is improving and improving over time. And let's see, maybe in the future, they would try to add more stuff to their app. Moving on, the factors that affected my stocks this month are, first of all, the dropping of COVID cases in our country, which in turn reopened our economy once again. Restrictions were dropped, allowing businesses to function more. But with the latest news, which is a threat of the new COVID variant Omicron, this sent the index tumbling down again from a high of 7,400, dropping it below the 7,000 region. So another roller coaster ride for us. Anyway, I really hope the new variant won't spread in our country, since business owners would really be affected if restrictions would be put to a higher level again. They've already been battered enough, so really hoping it won't spread. Moving on, the stocks I bought this month are, first, I added more to Double Dragon REIT with 4,000 shares at a price of 1.80. Now, I used mostly the dividends I got this month to buy the DMPR, since I got a lot of dividends this month because of DMC, so I reinvested it to this stock. The next one is AUB with 700 shares at an average price of 44.57. So it's like this since I was in a buying spree that got me a price of 44 to 45. And lastly, I added more Costco stocks. During the time when a new variant news was released, the stock price of Costco dropped to the value I previously bought it, so I bought more shares of it. At a price of 5.08 with 1,600 shares, I bought all of this mostly during the last 2 weeks of November when the new variant news dropped all of their price. So I'm really happy that I got them at a much cheaper price. And since these are great companies that gives out good amount of dividends, although they aren't popular, I can hold them for a long time while still benefiting from the dividends I get from them, at which is reinvested back again to my portfolio over and over again. Right now, these are all the stocks I own. Again, for those new to my channel, the index fund here is not included in the value of my portfolio that I'm showing you in my thumbnails and during my portfolio reveal, since what I'm showing you guys are the stocks I own in my PhilStocks brokerage account. This index fund is in my VUL, so since it's still a stock investment, I just included it in this graph. So MegaWorld is still my largest holding, and if the stock price drop again, I would really buy more of it. But if not, right now, like what you've seen in the stocks I bought this month, I want to add more shares in my bank stocks if the price would still be trading low. So here is my portfolio in different industries. Right now, the holding sector still has the largest percentage, at which makes my portfolio look more diversified if I expand more this sector, since those holding companies holds different businesses, some of which falls in some of these sectors as well. But again, that's too much of a hassle to do. So to simplify it, just holding companies. So next up, my favorite part of investing, my dividends. So this month was really good because of the special dividends that TMCI gave and Security Bank also added to that, which now makes my total dividends this year to 34,518, making my average dividend monthly by 2,876. And it doesn't stop there. Globe, LTG, DDMPR, and MegaWorld has already announced their dividends and will be paid out this December. So this will push my monthly average dividends by more than 3,000 this year. About 3,400 a month, I think. So wow, right? That's money I'm getting without doing anything. I'm really seeing my progress towards my goal before reaching the age of 30, which is to have an average monthly dividend payout by more than 10,000 a month. I put up this goal so that in my 30s, I feel like I'm already earning my SSS pension. But of course, I would still reinvest all of it back to my portfolio. Since like what I've said a while ago, I want to be able to retire based on my dividends. This while being able to travel and buy the things I want. Anyway, the total dividends I got so far from the 2 years I've been investing is 43,398. And with all the dividends that will be paid this December, this will go up to more than 50,000. And all of this money will now be joining my army of money slaves that will produce more dividends for me. So moving on, this is my portfolio side by side with the PSEI index. Again, I started in July of 2019. So it's already been 2 years and 4 months since I've started investing. The index right now is still far from gaining back its previous high, which is at the 8,100 level. My portfolio right now has a total return of 13.73%, slightly higher compared to last month, while the index is at a negative 13.64%. So let's see how the market will do this December, especially with the new COVID variant lurking around the corner. But again, if the stock market falls, I would just continue on with my strategy, buy the cheapest company in my watch list and to reinvest every dividends I get, since my strategy is a combination of value investing and dividend investing. And I also want to apply a more passive approach to it. This is by investing consistently month after month, and this is also done easily by the dividend reinvestment strategy. Because like what we know, passive investing surely works, and the index is the best example for that. So with that concept, I mixed together different strategies to my value investing style to get the most of the passive approach to the market. So I'm not afraid if the stocks would go down. I would adapt to any market situation. Like what we see here, I just continued my strategy even when the market dropped last March of 2020. And I'm also confident like this because all the stocks in my portfolio I studied very well. So I know they can weather all that is happening right now since they are strong companies. That's why if you're new to investing, never ever speculate. Research every stock you own. Don't just listen to the news or what this certain YouTuber is saying. Always check on your own. Always compute your own intrinsic value. Because computing the intrinsic value is your projection of the growth of the company. If you just speculate, what if the one you are copying is using a growth projection that is too high, at which is beyond the capabilities of the company? This leads you to buy at a very high price. So again, do your own research. YouTube channels about investing are just there for education and some guidance, but never should be used as a decision maker for you. Study the basics, don't skip it, and buy stocks immediately just because you have opened a brokerage account. So this is also the reason why I don't answer comments asking if this company is a good investment or not, or super basic questions that you should supposed to know even before investing, because spoon feeding won't do you any good. Go through books first or watch educational videos about the stock market, not just pure stock analysis videos. Don't skip the basics, come on. Anyway, this is it for this monthly update. So I hope you got something from this video. And if you did, and still haven't clicked that like button, then now is the time to do so. And if you still aren't a subscriber, might as well click the subscribe button as well. Thank you and see you in the next video.